This is SportsCentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto on the Digital SportsCentre presented by Montanas BBQ and Bar. And once again, the Leafs have a chance to eliminate the Senators tonight, as they're up 3-2 in a best-of-7 with the series shifting to the nation's capital. And the ghosts of Leafs past are starting to creep into all the minds of Maple Leaf fans, including my own. I had nightmares. Let's start with the record that you've seen over and over and over and over.
And over and over and over and over and over again.
And over and over again. The Leafs are 1-13 in closeout games going all the way back to 2018. Which, you know what? I'm actually tired of seeing the stat and tired of saying the stat. And speaking of more stats you're tired of seeing, Austin Matthews only has 2 goals in his last 15 playoff games, which is unacceptable from someone who is supposed to be the best goal scorer since Ovechkin. And it's not much better when it comes to Mitch Marner. We talked about it the other day, but he's goalless with just 5 assists in 14 closeout games. But I don't want to rag on Mitchell Marner, okay, because he's actually done a lot this postseason. Well, enough. Sorry, let me rephrase that. He's done stuff. And let's talk about that power play, because it's not much better in closeout games, as it's 0 for its last 30 going back to 2018. What is it about these closeout games, my God? But even if the core 4 or the power play is on its A game tonight, beating Linus Ullmark is now easier said than done. In the 3 losses, the former Vezina winner was living up to his playoff reputation, which is that he's not very good in the postseason. But in the last 2 games, he's been rock solid, with a 1-1 goals against, with a .952 save percentage and a shutout in Game 5. So with all this negativity toward the Leafs and positivity toward the Sens, let's bring up the Roberto reaction meter once again. And my reaction today is, not again! Not this feeling again! Or nor! I don't know. We do this every year, so I'm so nervous and angry. I'm nervous and angry. I'm nervous and angry or nor. The Oilers are back in Edmonton tonight and looking to close out their first-round series against the Kings. Things were not looking good for Edmonton through 2 games. After allowing a combined 12 goals, they found themselves down 0-2. At that point, they turned to backup Calvin Pickard. And it's been a night and day difference ever since. Thanks in large part to his play in net, the Oilers are now red hot and have really turned the series around. And not to take a victory lap here, but we did point out last week that the Oilers have a tendency to turn it up late in the series, as over the last 5 playoff runs, their win percentage has more than doubled when they go from games 1-3 to games 4-7. And that's only gotten better in these playoffs. But there's one more stat that'll have Oilers fans feeling great for tonight, and that's their record in Game 6s. Since the 2005 lockout, the Oilers have played in 11 Game 6s. And this is crazy, they've only lost 1 of them. They're 10-1! So with those 2 trends in Edmonton's favor for tonight's game, all signs point to the Oilers eliminating the Kings for a 4th straight season. Time now for the Big Play Replay presented by Montanas BBQ and Bar. And let's head to Winnipeg, because Connor Hellebuyck was out of this world last night with this massive save. Maybe the play of the playoffs so far.
Kicked out by Jordan Binnington. Foot raised to it. Walker on the move, shorthanded. Sundqvist with him. Walker, Sundqvist, stopped! Somehow kept out.
And watch the save by Hellebuyck off the stick and through the blue paint.
Oh my God, I don't even know if that was... I don't even know if he meant to stop it like that, but dang, what an incredible job. Now joined by Executive Vice President of Hockey Operations for the PWHL, Jayna Hefford. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me, Marissa.
Yesterday was a monumental day for the PWHL. As the league announced, Seattle will be joining as an expansion team next season, the 8th team after Vancouver was announced last week. Why was this the time to expand the league?
Well, as we enter season 3, we've had great success so far in the initial launch. Our fans have spoken, the demand continues to rise, and we have markets that are really excited about bringing teams to their cities. Thankfully, we have an ownership group that is committed to the long-term growth and success of this league, and for us to be able to expand our footprint into the Pacific Northwest really creates new opportunities for us for partnerships, economic opportunities, more opportunities to grow the game, and of course having games across different time zones is beneficial to our league as well.
Heck yeah, plus we just love the Pacific Northwest. Is the plan to keep expanding, and how fast do you see that expansion coming?
Well, Seattle and Vancouver are certainly phase 1 of expansion. We have a long-term growth plan here that we're really excited about. So no timeline for the next expansion teams yet, but this is phase 1 of our overall growth strategy.
I can't wait to see what phase 2 looks like. I'm a day 1 season ticket holder. I love going to Scepters games. For people who have not yet been to a PWHL game, how would you describe the atmosphere?
Whether it's a Scepters game or any other team across our league, our fans and the environment in our building is something incredibly unique to this league. We have incredibly passionate fans, loyal fans. We have an incredibly welcoming environment and a real positive energy. And that energy is undeniable in every building we hit, whether it's one of our markets or it's been one of our takeover games. So it's a really fun environment to be a part of, and people who love the game, and we get to see the best players in the world every night in this league, and it's something that our fans can't get enough of.
That's exactly how I would describe it. Positive. Always so positive. Jayna, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Marissa.
Let's go back to the playoffs here and finish with the Jets. Because to quote Wario, they've won, but at what cost? As Mark Scheifele suffered an injury in the first and did not return for the duration of the game. Scheifele took 2 big hits in the period, one from Braden Shen along the boards, and another one later in the period on open ice. After the game, Blues head coach Jim Montgomery made some comments about the nature of the injury, which led Jets head coach Scott Arniel to fire back pretty hard.
Well, I didn't know Monty got his medical degree. I'm trying to say how our player got hurt. He's way off base. Should not make that comment.
I love when we get spicy sounds from coaches. Well, bad news, Jets fans, because we just heard from Arniel and Scheifele will not be traveling with the team for Game 6. Let's listen to that sound now.
He won't be coming on the trip, so that'll leave it at that. So.
How disappointing is that?
Oh, extremely. You're hoping that maybe for the best you wake up today and things are better, but right now he won't be making the trip, and we'll see. We'll just go day to day after moving forward.
It sucks that he's injured clearly and can't even be with his team. Like, that's the worst. And we don't mean to speculate, but it doesn't really sound optimistic for when he will be ready to play. That's it for today. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Oh boy, have a good one.